The sun sets over the majestic city of Alexandria. Cleopatra VII, a young queen with a sharp mind and ambitious spirit, ascends the throne of Egypt. Her brother, Ptolemy XIII, is co-ruler, but the throne is hers to command. Yet her kingdom is plagued by internal strife and external threats. Cleopatra receives two powerful Roman generals, Julius Caesar and Pompey. Both are vying for influence in the Mediterranean. As the meeting unfolds, Cleopatra realizes that aligning with one of them is crucial to securing her reign. Her eyes lock with Caesar's, and a plan begins to form in her mind. Cleopatra's intelligence and beauty captivate Caesar. They meet privately in Alexandria's Grand Library, where Cleopatra speaks of Egypt's rich history and culture. But Caesar, driven by Roman ambition, wants a promise of support against Pompey. Cleopatra, ever the strategist, agrees, but only if she can maintain control over her kingdom. As tensions between Cleopatra and her brother escalate, Cleopatra is forced into exile. She flees with a small army and takes refuge in the palace of a neighboring kingdom. But she knows that the key to regaining her throne lies in her alliance with Caesar. In a daring move, she crosses the Nile to make her way back to Alexandria. In an audacious move to meet Caesar, Cleopatra arranges to be smuggled into his presence, hidden inside a large rug. When the rug is unrolled before Caesar, Cleopatra emerges, her eyes filled with determination. Caesar is struck by her beauty and wit. They form an even closer bond, one that will change the course of history. Cleopatra and Caesar march on Alexandria with a military force. The final confrontation with Ptolemy XII's army is brutal, but Caesar's forces triumph. Ptolemy XIII drowns in the Nile during the battle. Cleopatra is now the undisputed ruler of Egypt, but she must prove herself as a strong leader. Cleopatra and Caesar's relationship grows stronger. They spend months together, with Cleopatra visiting Rome and Caesar vowing to support her as she strengthens Egypt. In Rome, they are seen as a powerful couple, and Cleopatra's son, Caesarion, is born, named as a testament to Caesar's bloodline. The Roman Senate's growing dissatisfaction with Caesar culminates in his assassination on the Ides of March, 44 BCE. Cleopatra, devastated by the loss of her lover and ally, returns to Egypt, unsure of what the future holds. But she remains resolute, understanding that Egypt's future depends on her leadership. After Caesar's death, Cleopatra seeks an alliance with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's closest generals. Together, they plan to secure Roman support for Egypt. Their relationship blossoms into a passionate love affair, and they are seen as a formidable political and military partnership. Cleopatra believes Antony will be the key to securing her throne and Egypt's future. In 31 BCE, Cleopatra and Mark Antony face off against Octavian, later Augustus, in the Battle of Actium. Their forces are defeated, and their empire begins to crumble. Antony, overwhelmed by the loss, falls on his sword. Cleopatra, devastated and realizing the end is near, chooses to end her life rather than live under Roman rule. She dies alongside her beloved Antony, marking the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and Egypt's independence. This version of Cleopatra's story highlights her intelligence, political savvy, and the complex relationships that defined her reign. It ends with a tragic and poignant reflection on the end of an era for Egypt.